What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another State of Affairs monthly update on the King Crusoe YouTube channel. October was certainly a month. Man, October was busy, a lot going on. Might have a lot more going on in November depending on how things go. It's just all around crazy fall for me, so don't really have that much to say, just want to get right back into all of the updates and whatnot, just to make this video a little bit shorter than last month since I had a lot to talk about last month. So first off, obviously, just as always, let's get into the recommended videos from last month in October. Honestly, when it comes right down to it, I would recommend all of the videos that I released in October, and a lot of that comes from because of just how well all of them performed. October was a crazy month for me in stats, just so much higher than any of the months previous. Like, I just find it so crazy, and I'm very grateful for all the support. Like, I couldn't be more grateful. So I want to thank you guys for all of that and for so many people deciding to watch all of the videos pretty much. Only one of the videos that I released last month didn't perform well above my expectations. So thank you for all of that support. If you want to watch any of the videos, honestly, go ahead and watch the Empire Sounds review by Christopher Rocchio. Since I enjoyed that, I'm going to be covering quite a bit more Sun Eater over the coming months. So if you want to watch that so that you can watch some of the rest, I'd greatly appreciate that. So let's get into the next section, since I already just recommended basically all of the videos that I released last month. Let's get into the upcoming video announcements. Starting off, as always, with the book binge. There will be 4 episodes out on the book binge for November, just as, however many Mondays there are, since those videos come out on Mondays this year. Obviously, first of all, this coming Monday, so I guess in 6 days from when this video releases, will be the October reading wrap-up and November TBR. That video is going to get a little crazy because I did, honestly, way too much reading in October, all things considered. Like, considering all the other stuff that I was spending my time, October felt like 2 months worth of stuff combined, to be honest, just with how much I was doing in it. It's really crazy. So that'll be the first episode of the book binge out this month. And the next 2 videos for the Mondays after that will firstly be a review on the entire King Chronicles trilogy by Rick Riordan. No, I'm not sorry, Cobby. Don't criticize me. I'll cover whatever the hell I want to cover on the book binge. And I already did a full series review and ranking of Percy Jackson and the Olympians earlier this year. Since I was able to read the King Chronicles this year, I'm doing another review on those ones individually this year as well. I probably won't be covering any more Rick Riordan until next year when I'm actually able to read more of his stuff. But then the week after that will be a review of the Iliad by Homer. So a little bit more of a based pick, since people probably aren't going to receive the King Chronicles video too well, but that's alright. Normally I don't cover classics on the book binge very much, or if ever, because I feel like they kind of deserve a little bit more analysis than just being reviewed like I do on the book binge, but I needed extra videos to review, as I explain in the Iliad's review video, so I decided to do one on that, and we'll be doing one on the Odyssey next month as well. So that will be coming out on the 3rd Monday of the month, and then finally, on the final Monday of this month, will be the spooky season wrap-up. So a little, mini reviews on, mini spoiler-free reviews on the 3 spooky season books that I actually managed to read in October. So I'll have a little video on that there at the end of the month. And then, just as always, actually coming on this Friday as well, will be my birthday book haul. Very excited for you guys to be able to see that one. It's a big one. It's a long video because there was a lot in there. Thank you to everybody who gifted me stuff there. I greatly appreciate you. Didn't have to do that, but that will be coming up this Friday. Normally, I'd wait until the 2nd Friday of the month to release those videos, but I decided I wasn't going to have people wait any longer than they needed to, so that'll be out this Friday instead. Now, covering scripted reviews like A Critical Analysis, The Platinum Review, and Count the Classics. Preps for more scripts have been going on, especially since I did actually replay a couple of my favorite games this month that I plan to cover on A Critical Analysis, for example. I don't really have anything more to say on that. October was so crazy and busy, besides, all of the reading and whatnot that I had going on, that I didn't really get to work more in depth on any of that stuff. But like I said, a little bit more prep has been going on since I did replay a couple stuff. But then let's talk about the seasonal podcast, which I can't remember how much I actually talked about this in last month's update, but I guess I'll go ahead and say this in this month's. I might actually be able to be moving into an apartment right next to my best friend who I do the podcast with here this month or next month, or not actually sure what the time frame for that would be, or if I'll actually be able to get the apartment. I'm definitely on the list of people who might be able to. So, like I said, not sure if I'll be able to get to the apartment, but if I am able to move into that apartment next to Lane, my podcast buddy, who I do the podcast with, podcast will finally be popping off again since I haven't done anything with that in forever. And for that, I apologize for like the one person that ever watched that. So I would still like to make plans to do more of the podcast regardless, whether I'm able to move into the apartment or not. It would just be a lot more feasible to actually be able to do a lot more of the content if I got that apartment. So no more announcement here for now, but don't want to get too ahead of myself, especially since Lane and I would be updating, our plans on the podcast and would be informing you guys of what those plans are on the actual podcast itself if we are able to get around to doing that. So be on the lookout for possibly seeing more podcast material out in the future. But now let's get into the upcoming writing announcements section of this video. I got a bit behind on my writing this month, I'm not going to lie. I did a bit too much reading. I was way more focused on reading than I was writing, which wasn't a great thing. I did mention last month that I would probably be able to finish Beneath Perfection, my current novella writing project, by the end of the month, and potentially even by the time my birthday came around. Well, let's just say that didn't quite happen. I am almost through chapter 7. I tried finishing that yesterday at the time of recording this. I'm recording this on the 29th of October. I didn't quite get through it. So I only have chapter 7 to finish and then chapter 8 and the epilogue to write. So I still have a little bit to go, but we'll just kind of see how things were. I tried to finish chapter 7 yesterday. I thought I would, but it didn't happen because I was just so exhausted. I had so much crazy stuff to deal with at work. But that's not exactly the point of this section. I would be flabbergasted if I did not get the first draft of this novella finished in November. I would like to get the whole first draft finished this month and then also do all the editing for it this month as well so that I can just get it all formatted and on the website in December to publish in January. But we'll see how things go given how little writing I was able to get myself to do in October, and honestly how poor the writing quality was for what I did get written in October. I'm not going to make any promises to myself, but like I said, I'll be flabbergasted if I didn't at least finish the first draft in November. So then after that, actually, I will be fairly soon. I can actually get into doing the full blueprinting for the entire Reign of Ash sequence, which I'm very excited to do, and also doing in-depth scene-by-scene outlining for the Silent Reign trilogy. I'm very excited to actually be able to get into this stage for all of that, because after I'm done with the current novella, I'm not going to work on any longer projects this way until I actually start the Reign of Ash again, and I'm just really excited to be able to work on the Reign of Ash and Silent Reign, particularly being able to work on this again, this time starting over from the beginning, but with actual plans on what I'm actually going to be doing instead of just trying to discovery write and see what kind of happens. Since I've been doing a lot of world building as well, I'm very excited to be able to get into this, like I said, from the very beginning. Hopefully really soon, but I'm going to be focusing on Beneath Perfection first before I start doing any of that. I'll update more as I can and have more to update, obviously. But man, I wish I did not have school so I could, have more personal time to be able to work on writing. And aside from spending way too much time on reading, school has done a number on me this month, holy cow. But now, with all of that out of the way, let's actually talk about the channel statistics for September 27th through October 28th. October was a crazy month statistically, guys. Like, September was already a little bit bigger than I was expecting it to be compared to previous months. Like, the amount of growth that I've gotten from July to August to September to October is insane. So let's talk about the website stats first, actually, since I normally do the YouTube stats first. Website stats for October were 94 total visits compared to 68 in September, and 102 page views compared to 77 in September. So not like super crazy better in terms of bounce rate and whatnot, but when it comes to just the sheer numbers, 94 versus 68 and then 102 versus 77, that was actually a decent uptick that I was not expecting to see this month. So thank you for that. Total views for the month of October from September 27th through October 28th I had 286 total views compared to 238 in September, so not necessarily like the largest uptick, but still pretty big since 238 in September was already quite a bit bigger than any of the months prior to that. But this is where it really got crazy. 25.4 watch hours in October compared to 15.4 in September. September was already 5 hours more than August was. I got 10 more watch hours in October than I did in September. That's just insane to me. 25.4, like, that's a number that I was not expecting to see until I had already been doing YouTube for well over a year. So the fact that I got it already in October is like, wow. Because, like, I'm not necessarily like on the road to monetization or anything like that. Not that I really care a whole lot at this point in time because, well, you have to have 4,000 watch hours within a 365-day period to be able to be eligible for monetization. I'm nowhere near that, but in the past 365 days, right now I'm currently at 116 watch hours in the past year. And that's insane to me because if I had checked this 2 months ago, that wasn't even over 90. So, like, the amount of uptick that I've gotten just the last couple months is honestly insane, but I'm very thankful and appreciative to you guys for that. And then in terms of subscribers, I had a net gain of 6 subscribers in October compared to a net loss of 1 in September. So that actually came as a shock to me as well. I've lost 1 sub in the last month. I've lost 1 and gained 7 compared to September where I lost like 6 and gained 5 or something like that. So for whatever reason, October I just had a really good month. So thank you guys for all of that. Hopefully this writing stuff progresses so that the website can see a little bit more of an uptick in a way that I like to see. But we'll kind of see how things go. Either way, I'm super happy about what you guys have, led me to be able to do. Like, I've been blown away by this month, quite frankly. It's been busy, it's been stressful, it's been long, it's been crazy, but it has been amazing. And honestly, all thanks to you guys, my viewers, and especially my friends on Discord for being such cool people. I expect this month to be a little bit crazier in terms of my personal life. If you guys make it crazier in terms of YouTube, I don't know how I'm going to be able to thank you guys for that. So, again, thank you as always for, I'm going to get all gushy again because I do this every single month. Thank you for all the support again this month and this year generally. I really, really, really greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back again on Friday with my birthday book haul video that I'm excited for you guys to see. And then I'll be back on Monday, so 3 videos in this 1 week period, actually. I hope you guys are happy about that. Next Monday, I'll also be doing my October reading wrap-up and November TBR, so I hope you guys are excited for all of these monthly update videos. So, appreciate you guys for watching all the way through. If you did, thank you guys again. I sound like a broken record, but that's fine. I'll be back again in the next video.